Hi. Hello. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope everyone's all right and cracking on and having a nice day. What you been up to? What you do? Just been looking at the chat. Sort of lots of Georgina's got the day off. Poor thing. Not very well. And Neil might be going back to work, so that's good. Chris and Shane wish they could have had a month off on 80%. I don't know. I think the anxiety of being off has been like, it's not exactly been a relaxing time off, wondering if everybody's going back to work. Everybody I know that's been furloughed is dying to just go back. Of course, I haven't been on 80% of my pay. I've just been off with no money, which is fun. Hi everyone. I'm not very well today. Sorry it's a bit late. I've got a absolutely cracking headache. I think I've got a little bit of sunstroke. Went out in the sun today, and I think I'm a little bit. Got a terrible headache. So apologies that it's a bit late and the chapter is a little bit short, but I literally finished it about 8 minutes ago. And yeah, my brain is a bit fried. So yes, we'll crack on with the reading as I'm a bit late. Yes, I'm hydrated. Don't worry, Jay. I'm downing the water. I'm doing all the good things. But yeah, not feeling great. Sorry. Where's the yawn? I'm proving it. Kim says, "Can you get sunstroke in the UK?" Oh, a little bit of a dig from the Oz there. Yeah, it's been sunny and warm today. I mean, it is the nasty running that's doing it, Neil. It is. Is entirely what it is. Although I got just over 4K out today and I got my quickest time, so I'm happy with that, but it was downhill, so it was cheating slightly. Yes, Chris, thank you for what you're doing, NHS. Right, yes, we should read. It's the same sun, Kim, just a bit run down. Yeah, it was very sunny today. Right, let's how warm is warm, says Kim. I mean, not warm, babe, 19 degrees Celsius, but that's warm for here. And when I'm running in that, that feels like a furnace because I'm not like, I don't know if you can see from these chins, but I'm not a runner. Um, so, right, let's read today's chapter. Now, I just would like to say before we start today's chapter that I had a plan for each of the vote options, and what won the vote won the vote. So, I don't want to be held responsible for whether or not you like what won the vote because I gave you body parts and that is what you did with them. So, okay, I just don't want to be shouted at. Thank you very much. With that in mind, let's read the chapter. I've put Anya in it though to soften the blow, so I hope that that's okay. All right, I've written Anya in so that you can't be too cross with me. It was a busy Saturday in the shop, and Emma and Fiona flitted past each other, constantly running from shop floor to stockroom to till, keeping customers happy. Emma was gasping to speak to Fiona. She had to keep swallowing the sentence, "I kissed Jack," when it bubbled up her throat and knocked at her lips. Anya was in that day too, ladling out a cold version of her chocolate drink to anyone interested in trying it. She had already had to refill the chilled urn 3 times, and the pots of powder were flying off her little table. Every time Emma caught a glance of it, she felt a tingle at the memory of making drinks for Jack the night before. Even worse for Emma's frayed nerves, Fiona had also hinted that she had huge news for Emma. She was swinging wildly from hoping it was progress with Simon to genuine fear that Fiona had taken Norman back. Every time the shop fell quiet and Emma thought they had some time to speak, someone would come in, and not just anyone, not just someone who wanted to idly browse shiny things and leave without buying anything. No. It was a steady stream of customers with intensely specific taste who knew what they wanted but just not where to find it. Emma hadn't known a day that busy since she'd started working there, and she cursed every god she could remember that it had happened today. Not that she could remember very many gods, it turned out. There was a blue one whose name she couldn't think of, and several Egyptian ones, but again, all she knew was that they had animal heads. In the end, she swore internally at the image of a bemuscled Chris Hemsworth and Morgan Freeman. That felt like a good spread. The clock dragged its heavy hands round to 6 p.m., and Emma tapped a foot impatiently tutting at an older woman, still deep in conversation with Fiona about an ornament. The woman was showing no signs of having noticed that the shop was closed. Emma had locked the door, turned off the music, told her it was closed. Nothing. Well, I would have expected. Oh, hang on. I suppose she is a new character, but she's a bit snobby Barthy in my head, so I'm just going to do that. No, I'm tired and I have a headache, so you're not in control today. She said petulantly. I'm not a nice woman. Um, well, I just would expect some kind of discount because it's been on display. The woman tried again, having failed the last 3 times she had asked Fiona for a discount on the angel. Well, as I explained, Fiona was so patient. I only put it on display this morning and it hasn't suffered a single bit of damage, so there's not really any reason for it to be discounted. It's been on the shelf. The woman stared back at Fiona without blinking. Yes, but the shelf hasn't harmed it. Fiona was standing her ground. We make our shelves out of wood rather than fire for precisely this sort of reason, muttered Emma under her breath, making Anya laugh. The woman shot a look in their direction, and Emma straightened her smirk and continued to help Anya piling utensils back into the box. Just give her a discount, willed Emma. Get rid of her so we can talk. But Fiona was not budging, and eventually the woman had to relent or leave without the angel. She pulled out a gold American Express card, paid, and finally left the shop. It's always the ones with the money who fight hardest for the discounts, Fiona mused, rebolting the door. That is why they are rich, said Anya simply. Nothing that bitch says is simple. Emma couldn't last a single second longer. She just didn't care about some rich old biddy with an angel collection when there were more pressing matters. I kissed Jack, she blurted. Well, he kissed me. We kissed. Fiona stared at her, wide-eyed. What? When? Last night, Emma gushed. He knocked for me when he got in from seeing his ex-wife and told me that he liked me, and then I spilled my hot chocolate everywhere, or maybe that was the other way round. But both of those things happened, and then we kissed. We properly kissed, and we're going out for dinner. Anya was smiling broadly over by the table. Oh, Emma, you cannot be surprised. It was so obvious that he likes you. He watches you and smiles. I'm glad he got round to telling you. It was painful to watch. God, it's painful to say. I absolutely was surprised. I had no idea. But do you like him then? What about Theo? Fiona was frowning. Do you think you won't see him again then? I don't know, Emma sighed. What a lovely problem to have, eh? I think it's okay to go out for dinner with Jack, isn't it? It's not like I'm in a relationship with either of them. Don't ask her, teased Anya, jolting an elbow at Fiona. Fiona threw a cloth at her in retribution. Yeah, good point. Emma remembered Fiona's hints from the morning. What's your news? Fiona got suddenly shy, and Emma feared the worst. It's Norman, said Fiona, and Emma and Anya groaned in unison. He gave me this. Fiona brought her hand up and laid it on the counter. Emma and Anya's dash across the shop floor was almost comical as they belted towards Fiona. There on Fiona's finger was a ring with an enormous diamond on it. The diamond was surrounded by beautifully cut smaller rubies. It really was astonishing. Emma couldn't believe she hadn't noticed it all day. Now that she could see it, she could swear that light was glinting off it and causing a chandelier effect across the whole ceiling. Emma stared at the ring, trying to work out which finger it was on. It was the big one, right? The finger. Or was that her left hand? Emma was dreadful at working out left and right, and she tried to shift her body round to match Fiona's to see whether it was the left or the right if you were Fiona. It was the third finger on the left hand. The finger. Oh my God. Emma had to hand it to Norman. He might not be her cup of tea, but he appeared to have impeccable taste in jewellery. What does this mean? Has he? Emma exchanged a glance with Anya, unsure quite how to ask what they all knew she was asking. Yes, said Fiona. Yes, he has. And you are wearing the ring, so Anya was stumbling too. Emma had never seen her unsure of what to say. The shop felt eerily quiet. I'm thinking about it, said Fiona. Emma felt frozen. She knew she needed to leap into action and congratulate Fiona. However, she felt that was the right thing to do. Unbounded joy and excitement for what her friend might decide. Fiona, I'm so happy for you. She really tried, but despite her best efforts, the phrase came out sounding like a question. Had she been Australian, she might have got away with it, but unfortunately she was not, and Fiona laughed out loud. Oh, come on, you two. I know, all right? I know. But you weren't. I don't know if I'll say yes, but I want some time to think with it. Fiona was being pragmatic, sensible, but Emma felt like something was missing. What about Simon? Emma asked, unable to keep the question down. I'm going to tell him I can't see him anymore. Tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to say to Norman, but I know if I'm even considering giving him another chance, then it isn't fair to Simon. He's so lovely. He's a lot of fun, and he's really helped me see how I feel about Norman and myself to have had someone else be interested, you know? But things are messy, and I don't want to hurt him. Wow. Fiona, I think that's the right thing to do, said Emma, whilst absolutely 100% firmly believing the opposite. Why would you break up with a nice, handsome, friendly person with access to giraffes in favour of Norman? Norman was money obsessed while Fiona was not, or perhaps she was. Emma was reminded again of how little real time she had known all the people who now made up her life. It was disorientating, and she pushed the realization away. Where are you going to tell Simon? Anya was asking. Perhaps we should meet up afterwards to make sure you're okay. We all have Sundays off. What is this? Fiona smiled at Anya. That would be lovely. I'm sure it won't be very fun. I'll be sad to say goodbye. Emma rubbed Fiona's hand and the enormous ring scratched at her palm. Well, let us know when the deed is done and we can meet at the pub, she said warmly. The three of them began to gather their coats and bags to head out for the evening. Emma was excited at the prospect of a lazy, drama-free Saturday night in her flat. Everything felt like a lot, and she was very ready to charge her batteries in preparation for cheering up Fiona the next day. So there you go. Sorry, it's a little bit short tonight. Yes, I liked access to giraffes too. I thought it was a bit silly. But if there was a chance to date a zookeeper, you'd date a zookeeper, wouldn't you? You would. You just would. There's lots of love for access to giraffes, isn't it? So yeah, I um I knew it was yeah, Dirkus is onto it. What would it have been? A necklace or earrings, or what was the other choice? Yeah, was the choices were I was thinking bracelet, necklace, or earrings, and there would be a different reaction from Fiona for each of those things. But I thought finger. I thought you'd clock it. I really thought someone would work out that it was going to be a jewelry thing, but a finger was going to be a ring, and she was going to be wearing it. So those those were your choices, and that's what you got for your vote. So, oh, Gina's sending me to bed. I know, I am tired. There's a lot on at the moment. I'm knackered. You thought she was going to break something, Art World. No, surely I've done enough damage to Emma's personal. She's been through enough this weekend, smashing mugs and kissing and boning and all sorts of rude things. Oh, yeah, you were all hung up on the kissing. You hadn't noticed that there were other characters of jewellery. So, yes, Fiona is wearing an engagement ring. And to the person saying who wears it while you're thinking about it, the ring I've got in my head, you'd wear it. You'd bloody wear it. Do you know what I mean? You'd wear it. Right. Your question for tomorrow. Choose a location. Hallway, pub, or the street. Oh no, I thought I changed that. I did change it. Oh, I haven't changed it. Right, sorry, those aren't the locations. I had a big chat with Tom about what these options were going to be. What was the third one going to be? Oh, the station, that was it. Your choices, right, choose a location, not a hallway, Hubble Street, ignore me. Your location choices are Canal Path, pub, or the train station. Those are your choices. Canal Path, pub, or train station. And I'll put them in the chat as ever in the thing, and then get voting. Already votes for Birmingham and the Future Scope offices. No, those are your choices. Future Scope, Canal Path, pub, or train station. So make your choice. Be careful. Nobody knows what could happen. Oh, it's a mystery. And we'll be back tomorrow for a bit of Wednesday action. And hopefully I'll be a bit more alive. Sorry, I feel like this has been a bit of a disappointment tonight. But no, they can't all be gold, can they? But big news in the chapter anyway. So there you go. And a bit of honor. Yeah, sorry, I feel like a letdown. But I love you lots, and I'll see you tomorrow. So have a lovely day or a night, and yeah, take care of yourselves. Bye.